Woven Almanac. This is my podcast where I talk about all the crafty things that I've either finished, planning to do in the middle of, crafty things that I've bought, have been gifted, what I'm planning to do, etc, etc. And if it's your first time stopping by, I'll give you a quick intro. My name is Dawn. I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for over 24 years I've been living here in the Netherlands with my partner Lawrence, who's from South Africa, our sons Josh and William, who are grown men, big boys, and our little dog Jack, who's a Parsons Terrier, and we live just on the border of Amsterdam. Did I just say that? I can't remember. Anyway, you're most welcome, and if you're an OG returning viewer, welcome back. I hope everybody is well. I hope you've had a good few weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I last podcast. If you're here from the vlog, welcome, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I also have another little corner here on YouTube. It's called Dawn's Days, where I film little snippets of my life here in the Netherlands, and I'll put a link in the description box below, and also anything I mention I'll either put a link or some descriptive text so you can search it for it yourself, and I'll also put timestamps of all the crafty things I'm going to talk about today. Where else you can find me, so as I mentioned, Dawn's Days. You can also find me on Instagram with @DawnsDays, which is 95% craft posts, a few life things, but mainly crafting. I also host a very small, very quiet group on Facebook called Crafty World 1, and yeah, my email is below, so if you want to reach out to me with something, feel free. What have we got? Okay, today I have got some quite a bit of crochet chatter, knitting, sewing, and a fair amount of incoming, and I've had to whittle it down. So let's begin. I've got just a plain glass of water. Okay, so I need to lubricate the vocal cords. So life update. What have I been up to in the last 3 weeks since I spoke to you? Absolutely loads. So I'm going to try and condense it down. If you really want to hear all about it, please head on over to Dawn's Days. But if you're not into vlogs, I get it, it's fine. Lawrence and I, we visited a Dutch vineyard quite close to where we live. We'd never been there before. It's been there a long time. It's a hobby vineyard, and we did treat ourselves to one bottle of white wine, which was delicious but a little bit pricey, but it was lovely. We made a mistake and we went on a day that it wasn't open, so they kindly just let us wander through the vineyard, and I took some beautiful footage. I don't remember what episode that was on, but as I said, it was in the last 3 weeks. I've been doing a lot of gardening, and my fig tree has been going crazy. I've been having a daily battle with the ants because they also like figs. So I've currently got about 5 or 6 lovely juicy figs in the freezer at the moment. Fair amount of autumn shopping. Bought a nice autumn spooky mug. I've bought some spooky towels for the downstairs, the guest bathroom, cloakroom. I've not bought a pumpkin yet. Anyway, I've been autumn shopping and other shopping. There's a fair amount of shopping hauls over on the Dawn's Days channel. We've had a couple of days out to Amsterdam. I've done a little bit of filming. I did an unboxing of a skull panda little puppet. If you're not familiar, the latest craze at the moment is a little doll called a Labubu, and it's manufactured by a company, and I'm not sure if it's Japanese or Chinese or Korean even, company called Pop Mart. And one of the other collectibles that are exploding at the moment are these little cute puppets. I haven't got it with me, called Skull Panda. So I did a separate video about unboxing that, because it's a blind unboxing. You don't know what you're going to get. So that was very exciting. I know I'm a big baby, I get it, I can't help myself. Also spent quite a bit of time with my friends, which has been really good. One evening we went to Amsterdamse Bos, which is a huge national park on the border of where we live in Amsterdam. I went there with a group of ladies. We went to Chefs in Het Bos, Chefs in the Forest. It was all Michelin star chefs, and it was very expensive. Had a lovely evening, but you paid €23 for the pleasure of going in, and then you had to pay for all these little tiny tasters, which I think started at 11 or 12 euro for a little spoon of something. So we had a few glasses of wine. We were all on our bikes. The round trip was 10 miles, English miles, which was quite a lot for me. Most of them had e-bikes, but I made the most of it, and I really enjoyed it. And then we ended up leaving and going to a local restaurant and having burgers and chips. It was lovely. My eldest son Joshua is on holiday at the moment. He's in Portugal with his girlfriend and her family. William is stayed at home, but he's started football. The football season's begun. Both of them are playing for our local club, but higher level in terms of the teams. They're both playing what they call selection. As the weather has been fantastic, a little bit hot on some days, I'm not going to lie. We've reached 34 degrees one day, but we've made the most of our lovely little motorboat. It's quite new. It's 2 years old. It's 1 year. We've had it 1 year and we bought it secondhand, so it's still relatively new for a motorboat. We've had a fantastic time. We've sailed all over the place, and actually in the next upcoming vlog, we sailed to Amsterdam, and I've compiled a whistle-stop tour of all the sites, touristy places that if you've ever been to Amsterdam, hopefully you'll recognise. So don't forget to subscribe to that channel if you want to see more of that. So, and the other thing on a crafty front is I reupholstered one of my footstools, so I'm quite happy with that. That was a little bit crafty. So I think that's it. I think that's everything on the life updates. How we're doing? That's not too bad. 7 minutes almost. Right, I've got, I think I said crochet, knitting and sewing and incoming. So I'm going to start with the crochet. I'm going to have a little slurp first. Oh, it's nice and cold. It's from we've got one of those fridges with an ice and water dispenser, so it's always lovely and cold. Crochet. So if you remember in the last episode, I've shown you a pattern of a little duckling, a crochet duckling, which it is a free pattern from Claire Garland, or otherwise known as Dot Pebbles. I subscribed to her newsletter. The pattern I received was incorrect, and then one of you lovely viewers said that there'd been a correction to the pattern. So I went on to Ravelry, I think it was, and I downloaded the latest pattern. I did still find a mistake in that pattern, but you know, a fairly experienced crocheter and managed to sort of work around it. So I finished it. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I made with AI. I made a little video of the duck waddling, and I've done her in Scheepjes Stonewashed, and this is just some scrap orange cotton that I had. So I'm really happy with her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I use safety eyes because it's not going to any children. I'll probably just pop it on my shelf up there with my other amigurumi, or some of them I should say. And it's because of the it's got quite a flat bottom, it actually stands on its own quite nicely, so it looks really cute on a shelf. I have in my stash pulled out Scheepjes Stonewashed in like an off-white cream colour, so I'm very tempted to make another one with a yellow beak and feet. I'm very tempted because once I'd got the updated pattern and had figured out how to correct the mistakes in it, it was a really nice pattern. So yeah, there she is. Isn't she lovely? I want to call her Jemima, but I think Jemima's white, right? Is she? I don't know. Anyway, that's the first crochet item. Second thing is from my own brain. I say this every year. I always crochet, sorry, that was my hook. I always crochet a pumpkin or something autumnal, because I do my fire. I've got like a plinth fireside, and I always do like a seasonal display. So I'm just ready to, next week I'm going to take all the summer things down. I've got spring, summer on the fire at the moment. I'm going to clear it all down, give everything a good wash, and then 1st of September or the first week of September, I'll build it all up for autumn. So I'll just show you and I keep saying I'm going to film a little tutorial and I forget to do it, but I'm just going to show you. This is from my stash. I'm fairly certain it's by the brand Alize, but I don't know, is it a DK or an Aran? It's very chunky and it's almost feels like a cotton chenille kind of blend. And I'm just doing mine on a cheapo 4mm hook. I think I did 26, if my memory serves me right, 26, a chain of 26. Yes, and then I'm just going single crochet US turns, and then at the beginning, or sorry, the end of every row I chain 1, but I'm not counting that as a stitch. So I've got 25 working stitches, and all I do is I chain 1, turn the work, and then single crochet in the first crochet of every row, and then I do single crochet in the back loop, and that's how you get this ribbed effect. So I've just got a little bit more to do, and then I'll just stitch it together and then gather it, and then it'll be like this sort of, you know, this kind of shape, and then I'll make a little leaf. I'm showing you now because I will show you when I finished it. I will try and get round to filming a little tutorial on that, but it's really simple. If you search on YouTube, you'll find a gazillion free tutorials. The other thing, I swore I wasn't going to do this again, but I cast this on when I went to Budapest, and actually because we've been sailing a lot, I've taken it with me, and it's grown quite well, and I'm actually really enjoying it as a mindless crochet. So yes, you've guessed it, the what's it called, South Bay Charlotte, is it? Can't even remember the name of it. So I'm doing, yes, again in this Alize Diva Silky effect. Where's my glasses? Each ball is it's a 100-gram ball. It's actually microfiber, but it feels and drapes just like cotton. Sorry if you can hear that, Lawrence is upstairs. And then there is where is it? Oh, does it say? I can't see how many yards you get or meters you get with it. Oh, here it is. So you get 350 meters or 383 yards. I've got 3 balls of this. This is the third ball, the final ball. And I have got this much left of the second ball. And this is how far I've got with it. And what I've decided to do, the picot edge on the bottom, I'm going to do that either in a blue or red. I think red, actually. So yeah, that's my sailing crochet. Absolutely loved it. Please, if you do it, it's a free pattern by Lion brand. Go to the Kiki Crochet video tutorial because the written pattern is dreadful. So that's the pumpkin. Oh yeah, I have a question. I need some help or advice. A while ago, I bought a ball of this Scheepjes. It's not sheepies. A lot of people pronounce it as sheepies. I'm going to tell you, a scape is actually a ship. So an Scheepjes is a little ship, little ships. And if you look very closely in the Scheepjes logo, you'll see a picture of a little ship. I don't know if the camera's getting that, but so when I'm pronouncing it Scheepjes because I live in the Netherlands and I speak very bad Dutch. So I'm just letting you know now in case you're saying, why is she calling sheepies Scheepjes? That's why. So I bought this Scheepjes Glow Up. It's a light glow-in-the-dark cotton yarn. For Halloween or the autumn spooky season, I would like to crochet a little ghost, like an amigurumi ghost. Do you have a nice, small, cute ghost pattern recommendation for me? That's free. It won't go on my autumn display, highly unlikely, but I'll put it in the craft room. So that was my little plea for you, if you can offer any advice. So I think that's all the crochet. Yeah, it was South Bay Charlotte. I did write it down. I'll put links below, as I said. I've seen there's quite a lot of crochet blankets, cows going on at the moment. I have been a bit tempted, but the ones that seem to be quite popular at the moment, it's all making squares, and then, you know, the stitching in part is, I just can't stand joining granny squares, so I've held off. But let me know. A few people in my vlog mentioned that they were working on them. Right, knitting. Oh my gosh, knitting. Since I last spoke to you, I suddenly had this massive urge to knit a pair of socks. So I think this is either the second or third pair of socks I've knitted the whole year, which is, if you've known me for a while, is nothing. I usually do at least 6 pairs of socks and have many on the go. So this, I've lost the ball band. I can't remember oh my gosh, the colourway. It's a Christmas one. It's West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's the 4-ply signature. And I've done it in contrasting cuff, heel, and toe. And I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. Is it Hollyberry or something like that? I'm sorry. If you Google, I'll try and remember to write the name of the colourway and then your local yarn supplier. But anyway, 2 socks. I've got a pair of socks, and I'm really happy with them. I think I've worked out now, after quite a few years of sock knitting, that I tend to work better with these self patterning or self striping socks, because I think my mind is, I can go quick with it. It doesn't feel like I'm just going round and round and round. It's like, oh, I'm on for the red next. Oh, I'm on for the light green next. I'm just, I don't know. Do you have that? I don't know if it's just the way my brain works, but yes, I've got another pair of socks. I'm not quite tempted to cast on another pair of socks yet, but we'll see. We'll see. So what else? I've cast something on, but I'm going to talk to you about something else. If you remember, was it in the last vlog, podcast? And I did vlog that I went to Amsterdam. I visited Hooks and Yarn, I think, and Stephen and Penelope, 2 yarn shops that are in the centre of Amsterdam, both on the same street. And from Hooks and Yarn, I bought a yarn pack of durable forest to knit the beret. It's a free pattern. You get the beret and the mittens, and I only wanted to do the beret. I got my needle, I've printed the pattern off, everything all set up. I've already got the yarn. I was all good to go actually a few nights ago. I said, oh, I just fancy casting that on. This pattern is it's dreadful. I'm not going to lie, it's dreadful. And funny enough, I went on Ravelry to read comments and stuff. Who's knitting this? Because nobody on Ravelry is knitting it. So I'm just going to give up. I'm going to give up. I'm not giving anything away because it's free. But this is the repeat of the pattern. And this is, I assume, because it doesn't tell you in the entire pattern, I'm assuming it's the ribbing. And at some point it tells you, it said, I can't see it off the top of my head now, but it tells you that the berets worked in 2 colours. No, it's not. It's actually worked in 5, because I bought the kit for it, and it lists. Where are you? I'm going to show you now. It lists on the chart. We're missing C. Colour C on the chart doesn't exist. Shocking, actually. I just want to find it just so you can see. Yeah, it says it's knitted in A, B, C, D, E. So brown, dark brown, light beige, ochre yellow, and rose red. And then at some point it says the entire beret is knitted in 2 colours. Look, I'm not even lying. Look, you can read it. Excuse my nails. The entire beret is knitted in 2 colours. But it tells you 5 here. So I thought, do you know what? I really, really love the beret. I was so frustrated with it. It's like, there you go. I'm not doing it. I have to pick that up in a while. But I was just being dramatic. I'm so annoyed with it. I felt like tearing it into pieces. So if you have any suggestions for a nice colour work, either a slouchy hat or a beret. I don't want anything tight. I'm not really a tight hat kind of person. Like, I know a few people have done, is it the Musselburgh? No, I would feel like somebody's clamped my head. I like a nice loose fitting slouchy beret style hat. If you can recommend something that you've knitted and that you know is a really good pattern, I don't mind paying for it, that's fine. Please can you recommend it? So I've got five balls of this. The yarn, the durable yarn, the forest tweed I bought is beautiful, but I'm not knitting that pattern. Right, I'm going to save it to the end. I was watching the lovely Ali, who's Little Drops of Wonderful, and also This Wonderful Life, or is it This Little Wonderful Life, here on YouTube. I've followed Ali for quite a few years now, and she recently did a video where she went through her like shawl, scarf, kind of, maybe some hats, I can't remember, collection. She was going through it and to see what she wanted to keep, what she needed a wash, etc. So she filmed it. So I watched it. It was very interesting. I was very inspired. And she's shown a shawl that I've actually seen. She's shown it before on her channel. And I remember at the time thinking, I would love to knit that. Anyway, I bought it. And I've shopped from Stash. So this is Highland Peaks by Mina Phillip. So this is the shawl. And I think it's a paid for pattern, so I won't go into too much detail, but it just seems to be mainly garter and then lace. I've shopped from my stash, and I think I've got enough because it says the yarn is 3 times 50 gram yards of fingering weight in 3 different colours. And lo and behold, I had in my stash, they're all fluffy, that I bought for sock knitting. Let me get my glasses so I can show you. Where are you? Oh gosh, I don't know why they don't put them in the same place, these ball bands. So I've got a 50 gram in red of 210 meters or 230 yards. This is the Regia 4-ply Scheepjes, I think you pronounce it. So this is like I'd say it's like a tomatoey red. If you're interested, the colour is 02054, I think, or is that the lot? Because it's in German. I think that's the colour. Yes, it is, because I've got another ball of Regia in an it's like an off-white cream colour, and this is 01992. Now I was going to just use some of my own undyed yarn, because if you don't know, I'm actually like a very, very, very small indie dyer, but I've put that on hold since Brexit, actually, because the postage was killing me. However, I'm thinking of I've got quite a big order of undyed yarn coming my way, so I'm thinking of I have to work out the postage anyway. And then I also had this ball of Lammy's Running, which I've knitted socks with loads of times. It's lovely, and this is like, I don't know, it's like a sage tealy green. It's lovely, and this is in colour 062. It's, I think Lammy's is German, is it as well? Oh no, it's Holland. That's strange. So they're all 75% wool and 25% polyamide. So these are the colours I'm doing mine in, which is a little bit like it. I think that's more like a moss green. But I thought I'm going to shop from Stash. It seems to be quite a simple pattern, although the cast on is a bit confusing, but I'll figure that out. So yeah, I've got everything ready to go on that. And then the other thing, if you remember in the last, I think it was the last episode, I'd finished the Glow Hair Frost Scarflet, which is a small version of the Glow Hair Frost shawl by Stephen West. And I really, really enjoyed knitting that. So much so, Lawrence and I went to Utrecht last week, so not even a week ago, and I popped into Sticks and Cups, which is a wool shop there. She also has, I think it's a more Mina's Dye Works, like hand dyed yarn, but I don't think they're dyeing at the moment. But anyway, it's a big shop. They're quite well stocked. A lot of commercial like Lang yarns and so forth, and Scheepjes, not really on the acrylic side, so I couldn't go and, like, if I wanted to do a blanket and buy Stylecraft, it's not that kind of shop, it's more like mid-range. Anyway, waffle. I went in because I know she does Chigu, but she only does the interchangeable, and I thought, I don't want to do that. Hold on, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, that didn't go far. I dropped the ball band. So I thought, I saw this wool and I like the colour of it, and I thought, I'm going to cast on another one. So a few days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, I think, yeah, I cast on another one of the Glow Hair Frost Scarflets by Stonewashed, and I'm going to show you. I've knitting it in this super Lang yarn super Soxx 4-ply super wash, and this colour is, oh my gosh, it's a long one, 6420018. So this is the Lang super Soxx, which is this lovely forest green. It's quite dark, but you can see it's got a bit of fluff on it. It's a craft frame, there's all kinds of stuff in it. So I think on camera that's a good representation. And then in the pattern you hold it double with some mohair. So the mohair is Knitting for Olive, which is soft silk mohair, and the colour is bottle green, and it's 100419. Now this is 70% mohair and 30% silk. So this is the Knitting for Olive colour in the bottle green. Now this is what they look like together. And then I hope the camera's picking this up. I'm almost finished with the second section. I really enjoy this pattern. So that's what they look like separately, and then this is what it knits up together. It's like this marled effect, and the silk in it, oh my gosh, it's so soft. And I was worried about the stitch definition, but actually, is the camera picking that up? I can't see it, I'm glaring on my glasses. Can you see? Yeah, it works very well. Oh, it feels so nice. It really feels so nice, because when I was in the Stephen and Penelope shop, and when I bought the yarn that I did the last scarflet in, which cost me €66, it's fine. I asked one of the assistants, and we were kind of struggling with how much yarn we needed, to the point that both of us thought I wouldn't have enough. And I said, it's okay, I'll have enough mohair, because yours have way too much mohair left on these little balls. But if I didn't have enough of the fingering weight, I would either at first look in my stash or just dye my own, because I wasn't going to spend, you know, it would be nearly €100 on, you know, 3 skeins of yarn. Not doing it. But I had, I did tell you the measurements of it in the last video. I had quite a lot left. I've put them away in my, yeah, I've put them away in my stash. But anyway, so I've got 100-gram ball, and I think it was said a 50-gram ball, which is more than enough. And if for some reason it's not enough, I think it was like €4 or €5 for that the ball. I couldn't get another one. It's fine. And because it's mixed with the mohair, I'm not really fussed about that it's the same lot number. It's completely fine. I am knitting mine on the Knit Pro Zing interchangeable. I'm not really a fan of them. I find the wires a bit stiff, but anyway, digress. Right, I think it is. That's all the knitting. How are we doing for time? Let's go to some sewing, because I mustn't lose my hook. That's the South Bay shawl. I'm crocheting that. That's also Knit Pro Zing 3.25 crochet hook. I actually quite like them. I quite like it. I'm finding it very nice to work with. Right, sewing. Did I mention in the last podcast? I might have mentioned it in the vlog. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the podcast. Please excuse me. I get all mixed up with the channels and what I'm filming for what. But I said I would like to sew another Lunar Lapin, which I have. She's done. I've just got to do her nose. I'm not a fan of stitching faces on animals or dolls or anything, so I'm procrastinating about her nose. I've got these old vintage buttons that I had in my button jar. I've lined her ears with some quilting fabric. I didn't do the bottom of her feet with the quilting fabric because I probably will make shoes. The only thing is, the last Luna I made, and she's downstairs, I'm sorry, I actually knitted her. I didn't do, sorry, not knit. I'd sewed her with the right seams out. So, and I did it all with a really small blanket stitch. And this, I've done it right seams together and then turned it. And so this one's a lot skinnier. And I didn't, I overstuffed her legs last time, so they were like stuck out. So this I've left the top, so just that it sits nicer. But the only thing is, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to the instructions. It's fine. I thought I had to like put her legs in and bag them out. So I ended up I got fed up. I was struggling and it was hot, and sewing and, you know, crafting, working with your hands in 30 degrees is probably not a wise idea, but anyway, I did. So I just did her bottom with a blanket stitch because I will make bloomers for her. Anyway, that's, I don't know if you can see her, so I should put her on my shoulder. There she is. That's Luna, and I have already chosen what she's going to wear, and this is from this, I think it's the second book, Luna Lapin Making New Friends, and I really, really like the dress that the little sheep is wearing, the lamb or sheep, whatever she is. She's called Daisy. So I'm making Daisy's twirling dress, which looks like so. I'm not doing the pocket, and I need to figure out what I have got broderie onglet trimming, but I think it's too thick, too deep, so I might have to cut out another one, but it's fine. So I've got all the pieces, so I just need to sew it together now. In the week, which you'll see in the next vlog if you watch Dawn's Days, I sat down and cleaned, I think it was in the upcoming vlog or the one or last week's, I can't remember. I cleaned all my craft room so I could get my sewing machine out. It's right here next to you, and you know, I'm free to work a bit. Now I have sewn together, I spoke about the sew as you go or quilt as you go, the hexes. I'd cut a pile out, and I did two. Really enjoyed them. They sewn up super quick. I used my little wonder clips are downstairs, and enjoyed it so much that in the week when I finished cleaning my craft room out, I then cut out more white cotton for the back. And I've got a little basket next to the sofa downstairs where I sit, and the two that I've sewn, I can't find them anywhere. I've no idea what I've done with them. I've looked in my craft room, and I've looked downstairs in the little box that I've got all my sewn stuff in, and I don't know what on earth I've done with them, which is very annoying because I wanted to show you. So I do apologise. If you want to learn how to do that, you can look up Emma Jones Vintage Sewing Box, and she does a little video on how you do the quilt as you go hexes, I think they are. So I think that's everything with the sewing. Sorry, I just had to pause the video. Right, I've got quite a lot to show you with it incoming, but first I'm going to complain about something, because I think I mentioned in the last podcast that Lawrence had bought me a subscription to Daphne's Diary, which, if you don't know, it's like a aesthetically pleasing magazine that is crafting, and also, you know, there's recipes and stuff in it. I don't know what you'd call it really. It's like a crafting magazine, but it's lovely. So I've got two now. I think which one's the latest? Oh, I think this is the latest, I think. Now, when he subscribed, I got a free gift, and it looked, by all purposes, a beautiful blanket, and I said to Lawrence that would look really nice on the boat, so I was very excited about getting the blanket. He bought this subscription in May. We've never had the blanket, and the magazines took their own sweet time to arrive, and I don't know why, because they're Dutch. It's not like they're coming from the UK, or maybe they are printed in the UK, but they're Dutch magazines. All the print in them is Dutch. They're Netherlands magazines. He is called the company that he paid for the subscription through the Daphne's Diary website. He was passed around from pillar to post, and then the outcome was it would come separately. And today we're nearly at the end. We're definitely past mid-August, and I've never got them. 3-4 days ago, I filled in a complaint form. Never heard anything. So now I don't like to do it. I'm only a very small platform, so very small voice, but I recommended this to you. I am going to shame them on social media now because I'm cross. The customer service is terrible, and the blame game that being passed around, I cannot abide that. So I will tag Daphne's Diary, not that anyone's probably watching, but I am going to post on my Instagram, and let's see if anybody reacts. I don't like to sort of do one of these, you know, ranty posts, but that it's a lot of money. That's it. That's what I'll say. Right, I have bought, so incoming, I've got quite a few of these now. They're on my shelf. I can't get them. The Tilda books. I love these. I've made a few things. I think I've got like a seasidey one, and I've got like a gifty one, I think. And I've been eyeing up the Christmas one. Anyway, I bought it. I've never made a Tilda doll, and I'm really, really fancy it. So when I'm finished with Luna, I think that's the next thing I'm planning. I'm gonna make a Tilda. I haven't got them with me, but I bought I've been borrowing Lawrence's long nose pliers to pull the limbs in the right way round, and I've just bought myself some they're like surgical steel locking serrated scissors for removing fish hooks, and that he can have his pliers back. So yeah, I really, really fancy making a Tilda doll. But it's not just dolls, they've also got other little things in them. There's a nice stocking. Oh, look at them. Oh my gosh, how nice are they? Oh, where is it? Oh, I like that Christmas snowman as well. Where is it? Oh, here. I really like that stocking. How nice is that? It's an ice skate stocking. Anyway, so I treated myself to a new book. I have got another book, a crochet book. I think it came out it was published at the beginning of August. It's not arrived yet, so I'll show you that in the next episode. And I also I've seen a tutorial on my YouTube. I can't remember for the life of me remember the channel. But if you've been around a while, you'll know that I really like resin art. Last year I was working a lot with resin, and then this year I haven't so much. But I saw that she'd made some Christmas bauble decorations. So and the company that she recommended the molds from, they were stunning. I couldn't get hold of them in the Netherlands, and they're not cheap. I think they were nearly £30 or something. So anyway, I went onto Amazon and I found some resin molds for Christmas baubles. So I need to check my how much resin I've got. I don't know if I'll have to order some more, because I ordered from I think they were a German company. I think like professional resin, like doesn't yellow. You can use it to, like, I don't know, seal boats and stuff like that, and crafting. But yeah, I'm always a little bit cautious with the fumes on that stuff. And then the other thing, now I think I did speak about this in the vlog. I'm not going to do a haul. I ordered some craft stuff off Temu. Some of it's not very interesting, and I thought I'm not going to do a separate video. However, there are some things in it. I thought I'd just share them with you. So, and I think the entire order must have been like around, I'd say less than €30, more like 20 something euro. But I thought my friend Nicola has had some wool off Temu, and she said it's actually not bad. So I thought I'll give it a go. I like these 100-gram skeins. I'll take them out of the bag. So it's 100% merino wool. It feels quite nice. It's clearly hand dyed, and it's really strong smell of vinegar. If you don't know, if you've never dyed yarn before, vinegar is one of the fixing agents for the dye. So that's a very good sign that, you know, the wool will probably not, judging by the smell on this thing, and I've had it a while, this dye is not going to run. But I just thought it was a lovely colour, very pastel. And what am I going to make with it? I don't know. But I think 300 gram, 3 skeins is quite a lot. So, I'm able to make something nice with it. I don't use vinegar to set my dye. I use citric acid, which doesn't leave a smell. But anyway, I'm happy to smell that, because it means that it's been done properly. Because I have had yarn that has hand-dyed yarn that's cost quite a bit of money that has ran. So yeah, and no, I won't mention it, but one that I've used recently that was quite expensive. I had the colour on my fingers when I was knitting. You can work that out yourself. The other thing I bought, I'm obsessed with sardines, so I bought 2 stamps. I bought a bigger one and a little one. I've not tried them. They smell a bit funky and they're a little bit sticky, but I have, as if by magic, let's do it. I've got a pad here. Let's just have a go while I'm just gonna give it put a fair amount of ink on it. Let's see. Just press it in. And just see what the quality's like. Not bad. I'm going to show you in a minute. I like to take the ink pad to the stamp. That's how I do it. Okay. And this is a distress ink in brushed corduroy, in case you're wondering. They're quite nice. I'll leave them out because I've got baby wipes so I can clean them. I'll show you. What do you think? Can you see them? That's not bad. They're not bad at all. It's a bit thick, the line. Anyway, I have got a project in mind, which is why I bought them. So we'll see. I think that's everything. Just check my notes. Yes, that's a lot. One full of wool fibre. That's it. We're done. Okay, if you've got any recommendations for the glow in the dark for a spooky ghost, and also some colour work hat. I don't even mind a cowl as well, as long as it's something that you've worked on and you can stand by the pattern, because I'm getting frustrated. It's also why I'm reluctant to sort of go blind and buy patterns. I always like to follow what somebody's done, because the amount of times I've spent, okay, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much, but I have spent like €10 on knitting patterns in the past, and they've been useless, and I've never used them. And over a year, if you get 4 or 5 dodgy patterns, it's like €50–60. So I would rather that, it's something that you stand by, that you've knitted. I don't want to crochet with the durable yarn. So yeah, either a slouchy hat, a beret, or a cowl, please. 5 colours, because I want to use them all. They're stunning. And yeah, if you've also knitted the shawl, let me know. Did you watch Ali's video? I'll put a link to her video. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I think that this will load before my regular weekly Sunday vlog. So if you're watching this in real time, please watch out for that vlog, because we go for a lovely sale. I mentioned this before. We go for a lovely sale to Amsterdam, and it's taken me quite a few hours to edit that footage, and I'm really pleased with it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget, if you did enjoy today's video and you haven't done so already, please, shameless beg, please can you hit the subscribe button. If you hit the like button, wherever it is on your device, they're all different. I know if you're watching me on the television, it's really difficult to add a comment or interact, but if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. If you just want to say hello, let me know what you've been working on. That's lovely. I really enjoy the interaction that I have with everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye for now.